Hello and welcome to this edition of Take 5. My name is Jim Brown and I spend my time discussing the winning way throughout the Inventus organization with salespeople like you. Today I would like to discuss a very simple topic, something that's very basic and goes to the core of what we do as salespeople. I'd like to take a look at what are the 5 essential elements for every successful sales encounter. Well, first of all, somebody has to have a need. Have you ever had anybody want to talk to you about your products and they didn't have a need for that particular product or service? They were just interesting to talk to. Happens all the time at trade shows. I know I encounter them in those situations. And when that happens, you know that if there is no need on the part of that person or that organization, that the conversation's not going any further. Secondly, there has to be a desire to satisfy that need. If that need comes about because of a problem, there has to be a desire to resolve that problem. I use as an example, my wife backed into my car. She hates for me to use this example. And she dented the door. And I left it that way for quite some time. It was an older car. I was planning to trade it anyway. And I simply did not wish to spend the money to resolve that particular problem or that issue. And there are customers that way. Many customers who have problems, who may have the money, but they simply have no desire to proceed further. It happens particularly in senior management whenever there is a choice between capital projects. A choice as to whether I spend money to resolve this particular issue or I have another issue that I also need to get resolved. And that issue is totally outside of our industry. It happens quite often. The fourth element that is necessary for a successful sales encounter is knowledge. Someone has to understand how to apply products, goods, and services to resolve that issue, to satisfy that need, to meet that desire, and do it within the bounds of the money that is available. But there is a fifth, and it may be the most important of all, and that is an element of trust. If the customer doesn't understand what you're saying, if you do not trust what the customer is saying, and more importantly, if you don't trust what you're saying, then the transaction will probably not be successful. Now, an interesting thing about those first 3, the need, the desire, and the money all come from the customer. They belong to them. They own the problem. And the role of the salesperson is to discover what those are. The bottom 2 are the ones that you provide. You bring knowledge to the transaction. You understand your products, your services, and how they work and how they can be applied. People ask me, Jim, should my salespeople be technically versed on the products? And my personal feeling is yes, they should, to the point that they're able to identify whether or not we are capable of satisfying the need, the wants, the desires, fix the problems, fix the issues, or to put it in sales language, fix the pain. And the salesperson is the one who is responsible for building trust between the parties involved. And you have to do that by being candid, by being honest and forthright, and by being knowledgeable. So there are 5 essential elements to a successful transaction with the customer. Thank you for your time today. Look forward to seeing you again on another Take 5. Have a good day.